I just want to spend just a little while talking about practicing with a metronome, and this is such an important part of your playing. Most of my friends who are guitar players who are successful and really good, people like Richard Smith, Guthrie Govan, Guthrie Trapp, Pat Bergeson, people like that, man, oh man, they're great with a metronome. Richard Smith is like a machine. He's phenomenal, you know. And what I like to do is, when I practice with a metronome, I like to have some time where I can improvise. So I improvise over chord changes with the metronome going. And so I'm going to do a little demonstration of that. Tom, can you hit that metronome on? Here we go. Let me have a listen to it. There it is. So you can hear that. 1, 2, 3. So you can, at the moment, I'm hearing it as a shuffle. Then. So there I am, just going around like some blues changes and changing keys, and I'm flirting with the metronome. I'm playing behind the beat. I'm playing on top of the beat, but then I'm coming back in the pocket and all that, and I'm getting used to the feeling of being able to do that. Working with the metronome helps you to have a greater command of time, and I notice, you know, that was a slow tempo. I'm used to playing with a metronome at fast tempos as well as slow, and I think it's important for us to have a good view of fast tempos and slow tempos as well. So, and I notice sometimes when I play with a musician who doesn't do this, who doesn't spend time with the metronome and all that, they'll say, oh, we want to play the song at this tempo. And I'll say, you sure you want it up there? You know, like you want to play, you know, Cannonball Rag up. Okay, if you want it there, then that's where it's going to be. But if you start the song and then you start to slow down straight away, I'm going to hear it and I'm going to try and make you stay up there. if I'm accompanying you. So you know, you got to get used to the feeling of playing with a metronome, and sometimes when you're playing with at a fast tempo, you got to realize that tempo is consistent and it's not going to stop. It's going to stay up there. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what's going on. That's going to keep going. You have to think that way when you're playing. So that's another reason why I spend a lot of my time being a solo player, because it's hard to find people who feel the same way you do about time. And, you know, it's not a magazine. Time is not a magazine. Time is very, very important. And that's why, you know, all the people who are great with time, you know, especially drummers, the ones who get all the work are the ones who can play in time and that know what time really is. So find out, work with a metronome, feel what it's like to play fast, medium, slow, fast, medium, slow. Get used to it. Get yourself, discipline yourself, and find out what time really is. So there you go. I want to tell you that when I practice with a metronome and do all that, I'm using that feeling when I'm on stage and there's no metronome. I am the metronome. What I do is, say if I'm playing a tune like Stevie's Blues, there's a metronome. So when I'm playing this stuff and I go out into single line melody and all that, and leave the backing behind, then in my head is I'm feeling what the drummer would be playing, and I'm feeling what the bass player would be playing. I'm feeling it in my head, and it's in my imagination. It's surrounding me, and I don't need other things. All I need is that feeling and that understanding of time. So, and I can lay it back or bring it forward or whatever. And I notice when I play with people who don't think that way, if I do something that's a little unusual, it totally throws them. And really all I'm asking them to do is stay on that track and do not move from there. That's your job as an accompanist. Stay on that track. That's your job. So, this is tough stuff.